The truth behind the Family and Medical Leave Act. What was the original purpose of the Family and Medical Leave Act?
Congress passed the Family and Medical Leave Act in 1993 with the best of intentions. The idea behind the act is to allow parents to spend time with their children when they're seriously ill. The law requires employers at companies hiring 50 or more workers to give their workers time off work, unpaid, when they or a family member are sick with a serious medical condition, and they can't be disciplined for how they use this leave. On the surface, this seems like a perfectly reasonable idea.
What is the problem with the Family and Medical Leave Act?
The problem is that because employers can't discipline employees no matter how they use the leave, this means that slacker employees have an incentive to just call in sick leave when what they really want is just time off. It's come to be known as the Friday and Mondays Leave Act because use jumps on Fridays and Mondays, and also when vacation requests are turned down, workers just call in sick. When you say that you've got something like a back pain or a migraine, no doctor can say whether you do or you don't, so workers can use it to just take leave off at will. There was one worker who called in and said that he had serious back pains and couldn't come into work that day. The next day he was on the front page of his hometown newspaper. He'd bowled 300 in the local bowling tournament. Uses like this are absolutely ridiculous. In other cases, workers want to avoid getting punished for showing up to work late. And so what they'll do is they'll call in Family and Medical Leave Act as they're driving into work from their car or in their parking lot. This is not what the act was intended to do.
Who suffers under the implementation of the Family and Medical Leave Act?
When lazy workers decide to take time off work because they don't feel like coming into work that day, it's their coworkers who suffer. There's no time to hire a new replacement and to train them in doing the job. It's simply their coworkers who have to pick up the slack. They're the ones who have to do all their original workload, plus the new work that's been dumped on them by their coworkers who decided they wanted an unannounced vacation. This also hurts customers, because the workers who are serving them now have a much greater workload. It takes them longer to get the job done, they're much sloppier, and sometimes they just can't get the job done in time.
What changes should be made to the Family and Medical Leave Act?
Congress should amend the Family and Medical Leave Act so that employees can't abuse it the way they do right now. First, they should define what a serious medical condition is. There are many workers who will claim things like stress as a serious medical condition, like the worker whose doctor said she needed to leave work early every Friday afternoon so she wouldn't deal with the stress of rush hour traffic. Second, Congress should change the law so that employees have to take leave in entire days. As of now, with incremental leave, employees can just take, say, half an hour of leave when they want to show up late for work, or if they don't like the job they've been given at work, then take the rest of the day off and leave. If they had to take the entire day off in unpaid leave, workers would be much more hesitant to abuse the system. Finally, Congress should be extremely careful about proposals to expand the Family and Medical Leave Act. With abuse as rampant as it is right now, proposals to expand it to mandatory paid sick leave would only encourage workers to be even more irresponsible, causing more harm to coworkers and to customers.
Congress should provide a definition for a serious medical condition, force employees who want leave to take it for a whole day, resist proposals to expand the act.
For more information, log on to heritage.org.